Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another edition of Spread Those Cheeks for the Tea. This time we're back again with someone from the Twin Cities Reality Club. She's beautiful, she's luscious, and she's red. So let's, without further ado, bring her to the stage, the beautiful Red.
Sorry, y'all. I am in the middle of doing my makeup, but hey, man,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great, baby. How are you?
I'm great. This season we got all our Minnesota people. They on location doing something. What's her
Okay.
name? Indigo. She was DJing.
Yep.
Portia. She was getting ready for a show. Now you getting ready for a show. So
Yep. I got
we
a fashion show
working,
here
working.
directly after my interview, so I unfortunately had to do my makeup myself, y'all. So I'm in the middle of my contour. I know I'm looking a little crazy, but this is how we become the beautiful red. We look beautiful green today, but it's okay.
Yeah. So for those who may not know you, give us a little quick introduction. Tell us a little quick few, intro things about you.
Well, you guys, officially, I am the model known as the Beautiful Red. I have been modeling since the age of 15. You may have seen me in some Target ads, also QVC, so your late night shopping networks. I've done a few different commercials and currently out on a few different movies on YouTube, Tubi. I got some stuff getting ready to drop on Amazon Prime, so make sure you guys tune in where I play Detective Daniels on Ran Off the series, produced by the Guys Films. So those just got picked up. Season 2 is getting ready to start. So I'm also a reality TV star here in the Twin Cities. So I am part of Twin Cities Reality Club. I actually started as the brander. So that's what it was supposed to be. And then just kind of the narrative and I want to say kind of my popularity kind of ended up bringing me into the show more of being more of a main cast member. So right now I'm doing events around the Twin Cities. Again, I'm a model. So I'm doing Fashion Week. We're getting ready for a show here. So I'm doing Deshaun's show. I'll be walking for Queen Slay. So
Yes.
feeding his face. Finna go get it on the runway, represent for the BBWs. You know how we do. I got
Yes, love
Atlanta
it.
getting ready to come up, but modeling is my main thing. I'm also a radio show host, so For the Record Radio is my family over there. And then I got some tryouts getting ready to come for some other movies and things. So I am a model and actress, but I am a mom first and foremost, more than I'm anything else.
Yes, I love it. That's
Thank
such a great resume.
you. Thank you. A little long.
Very, but it's good to have it on. So that shows you've been doing a lot.
Yeah, I'm a little older than most models, so I've been in the game for a little bit.
True. Well, experience is always great.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into all the experience and things you had, let's start at the beginning. First, tell us, how did you get your name, the Beautiful Red?
Everybody thinks I name myself, but I am obviously I'm a red bone, so I'm born in the '80s. That's old school saying red bone. So my skin tone, and my mother actually gave me my name. She used to call me Beautiful. So just put two and two together. So my name was actually created as a baby. So I've been the Beautiful Red my whole life.
Okay, yes. And did you grow up in Minnesota?
I did grow up in Minnesota. I spent a lot of time in the South. So Texas, Houston. My family's all from down south. My mother's originally from Kansas. My father, Arkansas. Me and my siblings have grown out in Houston, Dallas. I got a couple of them out in Iowa. So we've grown up with Southern heritage, but I'm a city girl now. I live in the cities. I do events here in the cities. So Minnesota has become home. Got it tattooed on me now. So
Yes. Okay. And you said that you started modeling at 15. Tell us, how did you get into that and how did you continue that to the age you are now?
so originally, I was just in Target with my mom. So my mom is of Dominican descent. And if you guys don't know anything about Dominicans, they're a little spicy. So we were just walking, and this lady was like following, kind of following us a little bit.
Hmm.
So she walked into me and she was like, "What ethnicity are you?" And my mom looked at her like, "Why? You know, you don't ask Miss Kids about what they races is." So my mom looking at her like, and she's like, "No, I'm from a modeling agency. I'm here from Target." And she actually ended up being the truth. So shout out to Amanda for getting my career started. I appreciate the stalkerism back in the
Okay.
day. But I was casted as Target's other. So, you know, they take a bunch of
Oh.
pictures of you. They use you as, because racially, I am Dominican, German, Black, and Native. But I
Mhm.
am a light skinned, gray eyed girl with big curly hair. So you can kind of change me into pretty much whatever ethnicity you really want me to be. So it
Wow.
allowed me to kind of learn how to play chameleon. That's really how I got started, being able to change my race and being able to just be whatever it is they needed me to be bookable for kept me going. And then as I got older, I started branching out into the acting and the cheerleading and the other things. So my popularity kind of kept me relevant. So I just been around for a while. I keep my hands in a lot of different pots so that if one kind of burn a little dry, I know I got about 15 more of them. So I ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Right. Okay. I love it. It's
Mm-hmm.
good to stay relevant and in different things, but not doing too much. Stay in your lane with it so that you can, build off that and not try to start from scratch and it's not really for you and you wasted your time.
Very much. I try to build my own lanes. Honestly, I try to tap into my own creativity. So it's something I love. If it's something that I'm testing out, or even if it's something that I've been doing for a while, it's my own thing. It's something that I want to do. So I just try to keep busy with things that challenge my brain, challenge my intelligence, challenge me to be able to take in different career paths or different skills and being and put myself in different places so that it never becomes dry.
Exactly.
Never becomes dry that way. That way you're always having something new that keeps your career interesting.
Exactly. Yes, so well put.
Thank you.
So from the modeling, how did you eventually branch off into being a host? Was it just from the popularity or was it
Yeah,
the avenue
yeah,
you wanted
kind of
to
more of the popular thing. I actually started doing club events, doing like being hired as the featured model for some of my
Mhm.
artists. So some of my rapper friends or DJs, that type of stuff, they want the pretty girls in the building. So
Right.
being a plus size woman, that just became a lot more popular. But I've always kind of had a level of popularity here in the cities where it's kind of like, I'm saying, Red coming is busting, and I'm not coming by myself. I'm bringing my TV show people. I'm bringing my models with me. I have management and assistants, so I have my own team of people that's gonna come fill your club up. And
Mhm.
we're gonna promo, and we're gonna go live, and we're gonna let people know that it's cracking while we in here. So that's gonna help draw you a crowd. So that's kind of how I started. I was just literally there to be the face in the club, and then it just kind of went from them starting to find out that I did TV and commercials. I hid a lot of that from those types of life because I have to keep those separated sometimes. Like my
Mhm.
nightclub life and my daytime life is way different.
Right.
Way different. So when I did start kind of blending the two and allowing my crowds to kind of know each other, it was just like the support thing. Like my model friends were now like, oh shit, like girl, we coming out with you. My club friends were like, oh shit, you model, let me come to your shows. So
Right.
it was just kind of growing it that way. And then I've been doing TV and radio, so people tell me I speak very well.
Mhm.
So it's just the projection and being able to handle my crowd and my mic. Once I did one, it was like
You
it was
kept
over.
going.
Yeah, once I did one, I was book, 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 book. Like I've been doing shows consistently back here in Minnesota for like the last 7 months, like nonstop.
Okay. Yes. So with doing so many things, how do you stay on track and keep going and keep pushing forward? What are some things that you have to do for yourself, whether it's self-care or just, time management kind of things? Tell us a little bit about that.
I officially got a manager.
Okay,
I
congratulations.
haven't had management in the last 4.5 years since my mother was gone. So I actually just recently signed on full time management and an assistant to try to kind of help balance my schedule because I'm in a lot of different places. I'm trying to travel where I have a lot of different bookings and stuff coming in, whether it's TV, modeling, it's a lot of stuff like radio, everything. So I try to have somebody else who's also accountable for my schedule. So shout out to
Mhm.
my assistant. I appreciate you being the beautiful Red's assistant. Is not probably the easiest thing in the world, but
Right.
I definitely appreciate her. And then with my manager, because he also manages some other big names here in the Twin Cities, he's kind of used to it. He makes it simple for me. Keeps it cut and dry. I don't have to worry about too much. It's just really on me to kind of choose my narrative, and they support that. So I surround myself with people who help me keep accountability for the things that I have to do. And then I'm old. I'm old school with it. Notebooks, calendars, and Siri is amazing. Hey Siri, set a reminder. I'm good to go.
Okay. Yeah, theory be good sometimes, but when it start popping up what you were just talking about on your phone, that's when it started getting heated.
Dad, they'd be like, girl, you listening too much. Okay.
Right.
I didn't need them in my business like that. But no, that's pretty much how I keep up with everything now though. Just my organizers and my databases. I have like booking sites and stuff like that. So I try to keep entwined with technology, using my calendars and old school, pull you a notebook and pen out and write it down. That's,
True.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting more into writing down. If you see on the other side of my wall, it's a whole bunch of sticky notes and stuff I use. So
I think like that too, though. Like they be all around my house on the walls. They be everywhere. Because sometimes you just gotta get your thoughts out.
exactly. Yeah, 'cause if you try to just remember it, it won't work. You'll be forgot something.
You will forget something, and then somebody will be mad at you. I try to do as much, deliver as much professionalism as I can. I always tell people I am one person. Yes, sometimes I overextend myself because I'm never trying to let anybody down. Or I never try to make one group of people feel like they're more important than the other one because I'm in a lot of different circles. So sometimes maintaining that credibility is hard because you want to make sure you're giving everybody 110% of yourself. So sometimes you forget to give yourself that 110%.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta think about self. It's okay.
That part, people, you heard it first. Spread the cheeks for the cheek.
Okay. With being around for so many years, what do you do to keep coming with fresh new content to keep people engaged and keep building your fan base and followers?
I changed my wigs like I changed my panties.
Yeah, a woman in wigs is
One
dangerous.
thing, if anybody is aware or who doesn't know me, I am known for my colors. I'm known for my nails and I would say my normal, it's a normal upkeep to me. So I am known for my nails. I'm known for my feet, and I'm known for kind of direct, like I said, representing for the big girls. I put that shit on when I go outside to make sure my
Mhm.
girls, let them know you don't have to be a size zero to be cute. You ain't got to be a size zero to be sexy, and you could really express yourself through your makeup, through your looks. I'm a certified cosmetologist. I'm a certified hairstylist. So I'm able to switch my looks myself, but I also try to brand and mix in with other MUAs so that they're getting that credibility out there. I do a lot of shows. So when I'm doing like events and stuff like that, normally for my fashion shows, I try to book somebody
Mhm.
so that I can get that tag and that credibility out there for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And with documenting and keeping up with posting, how do you kind of keep yourself on track with that?
You mean like as far as social media goes?
Yeah, with like not just necessarily with social media, with just broadcasting what you have going on and just keeping basically how do you promote yourself basically? That's the question.
Social media is a big one for me. Word of mouth is a big one for me as well. I am really big on old school phone calls. Like, hey, I got this going on, and I need y'all there. I need
Hmm.
my people there. I need you guys to be there to be supportive. I need you guys to be able to. FYI, you guys like ask me how I get my bone highlights. This is how I do it. Put your contour underneath. I never do
Okay.
my makeup on camera, but they ask me a lot. So with social media, thank God now that we are able to be branded. They were able to be branded. We're able to be able to monetize. So I can see what I need to do, how I need to keep up and schedule.
Hmm.
I'll make a bunch of content because every day we're taking pictures, we're doing content, we're doing those. People have to remember everything you do nowadays is content. Certain
Right.
conversations, certain this the world wants to see, whether you wanted to see it or not, they want to see it. And being that I'm now a reality star, I kind of signed up for it, whether I wanted to or not. So I'm conscious
Hmm.
of that. I try to make sure I set a limit. Okay, I'm trying to post 2 or 3 times a day. I'm trying to interact with my fans. I'm trying to interact with my family. It's a lot to try to balance friends and family on social media as well because you have to keep those accounts separate. So remember, I got 3 Facebooks
Exactly.
and Instagram and all of this, but I also have to do that with my friends and family and my personal pages and stuff. So I just
Right.
set again. I set reminders. I use my resources. I use my calendars. I have constant throughout the day things that pop up and say time to post. Check
Hmm.
your tags. Check your Instagram because you have to remind yourself with those things because I'm a person who didn't come from that era. I
Hmm.
didn't come from us having to have an Instagram or that's how we communicated. My friends text and we called and that's how you got a hold of each other. You knocked on each other's doors,
Right.
kicked with each other. Like that's not the era that we live in now, but that's how I grew up where we had to actually reach out. So me doing the social media is actually new for me.
Hmm.
I have to remind myself, make sure I'm present on social media so that my fans don't miss me and I'm not missing anything that I need to be a part of.
True. Okay, another perfectly answered question. Um, no problem. Let's shift gears a little bit and talk about your radio show. How
Mhm.
did that come about and what made you want to get into radio?
Um, so I had did a radio show interview with For the Record. I had been thinking about getting into radio just to kind of shift gears because TV commercials is kind of different now. If you kind of notice, there's not so much talking.
Mhm.
There's like more visuals. It's more art. It's more so bookings kind of changed as far as commercials and targeting and things that I was doing. So I was looking for something else to be able to maintain that outwardness
Mhm.
where I can still kind of express myself, still kind of act and kind of have a way. Before I really got into acting, that's where I started. Acting was with my commercials. So
Mhm.
I started radio in the sense of just okay. I had a radio show interview, and then I was like, because when I started doing radio with them, I hadn't been doing any actual personal interviews. Like I said, media just became new. So I've gotten shout out on TV. I've been on KMOJ drops, those types of things, but never really doing interviews about me personally. So
Right.
one of my friends hooked me up with Gaza, which is he's the owner and CEO of For the Record Radio. So shout out to Flock, and we just hit it off. Like that instantly became like my big brother. I'm Dominican, he's Puerto Rican, so the Hispanic family just like clicked in immediately. And then at the time, it was a cast of all dudes. Like,
Right, they need the
do it.
girl.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they want to talk to y'all, but they don't want to talk to you. So during
Right.
my interview, guys that had dropped a few pictures and their social media like went crazy. Like the request for talking to me, the request for me to come back was crazy. The dude, like, I have a really big male fan base. Shout out to all my fans. I appreciate y'all. Love
Mhm.
you. Red, love you back. Okay. Because if it wasn't for my male fan base, like females are a little harder to get them to support you that way. So my
Mhm.
male fan base, they went crazy with the radio. Like, who's shorty? I need her back. Y'all gotta have her back. Came back as a guest host. Then me and guys just kind of started having I'm like, we're gonna let me be on the radio. I'm like, fuck it. One day I'm gonna shoot my shot. Bro, let me on the radio. He hesitant because he ain't never worked with no girls. And
Mhm.
I'm knowing it. I'm like, let me try it out. First interview, knocked that motherfucker out the park. Ratings crazy. Interview energy was crazy. Called me a couple weeks later with the gang, like, we want to offer you a position. And for the most, I'm the first lady of For the Record Radio. That's it. The rest is history. Not a family. So we've been rocking for almost 2 years now.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. I fell in love with it. Like it's a different way of expression, especially at first because my whole career has been really based off of how I look.
Mhm.
Like they see me, my pictures is a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't believe you look like that in person." I don't know what the hell people expect me to look like. Sometimes I look crazy. Sometimes I look like this. So, so
Right.
like I said, I am really like I'm a natural girl. I be chilling. I be like, there's nothing really much to me. I love getting my nails done. I love cooling. Like I love kicking it with my siblings. But I don't put too much into the entertainment thing. I always everybody say you Hollywood, but I'm really not. I'm really from Hollywood, like for real.
Oh, if
So
only they knew.
only if they knew. So I try to keep it humble. But radio came in the sense of it just clicked. Like it just felt good. It felt good. Like the energy was good. My receive was good. My ratings was good. And it's been like that since day one. Like I've never had a moment on radio where I've sat back and second guessed myself. And I tried out a lot of different career paths. I've been through a lot of shit. So if it feel good, it feel good. So For the Record became my real family. Like they support me, they promo me, they push me, good, bad, personal, entertainment, whatever it is, they really are there for me. And then being able to be the only female on an all male radio show really made me kind of feel stronger in a way because I was able to hold my ground with six other men and
Right.
pull in the same rating, still pull in, if not more sometimes. Still be able to hold my own and them still be able to stand behind me and congratulate me, not make me feel inferior because I was a girl.
True. Yeah, a lot of women can't say that they had the same experience. So I'm glad that you had a positive and supportive experience working with all men in the situation. So
Sorry, y'all.
that's really great. Um, far as the guests on your radio show, who can you say was some of your favorite guests that you've had?
You know what? It was a Chicago artist by the name of King Roddy. That's a really easy one. When I say that interview was fun, he was funny. He's a really good musician, really good artist, really good entertainer. But the love that his people love that the Chicago show they musicians is dope. So his people was calling in, his homeboys was calling in, trying to holler at me then.
Oh, wow.
Like they not scared, you know what I'm saying? So it was like we had already known each other. I had never talked to this man before. I don't requisite my interviews typically. If I know you, I know you. If I don't know you, I don't know you.
Right.
And he was a person I had never met before, never talked to, didn't get the pre-set up with him, anything. So we was really just vibing and going off for energy. And it was just a good interview. King Roddy was engaging. You know what I'm saying? When you do interviews, you want people who are gonna talk to me. Don't come on my show and then you don't want to. If you don't want to share, why are you doing an interview?
Okay.
Like why? Like I never understand that. Okay, you want the
skill.
interview because you want the promo, the pictures, you want all of that. But if your fans never gain anything from you being on an interview, you could have just sent the picture in to somebody. They gonna post it. If somebody send you a picture, say, "Man, can you share this with me?" Most of the time, we don't even think about it no more. Share, okay, go ahead. But if I invite you to an interview or you do an interview with me, I want you to let people know who you are. Let them know where you come from. Let them know where you're going. Let them know what type of person you are. Why should they follow you? Why should they grow your fan base? Why should they support you in what you're doing?
Exactly.
It's okay. And it's okay to be yourself. Everybody think you got to come on and act a certain type of way. This ain't back in the day. We ain't no Sally Jesse. Say what you got to say.
Okay.
You know, say what you got to say. You ain't got to be scared. Who gonna whoop you? I mean, nowadays I'm on reality TV, so it really depends. Watch your mouth. But
yeah. You see what happened to Lex with Jocelyn?
Okay.
Now she got beat.
Okay. It's different. This is a different era. So people need to be prepared. When you come on for interviews, just like when you're watching stuff, I always try to share. You don't have to overshare. Be comfortable in whatever it is you want to put out there to the world. Your interviews are for you to. I use that to try to let people know I'm a real person still.
Mm-hmm.
They see me on TV sometimes. I see people who meet me out the blue, and they narrative is always, "Well, I thought you was gonna be like this." You should never think nobody is going to be like nothing.
Exactly.
Till you meet that person. If you can't get that person the credibility of you being able to say, "Hey, I met you and I made my own mind up," you going off of what other people do. And me as a model, me as a plus size woman, me in the industry for so long, go through that. I'm around a lot of men all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So me being introduced to those types of things, I go through things with people's baby mamas and all kind of crazy shit, and it be for nothing. Mm-hmm. Where if you come and you talk to me, I'm gonna tell you just like it is. One thing you know about me, I'm gonna tell you the truth, but I'm tell you a joke, okay? They say I'm tell you a joke, I ain't gonna tell you a lie.
Okay.
That part.
Yes, I love it. What are some of the most interesting topics you discussed on your radio show?
Well, my radio show is called The Red Spotlight, Sunday nights on For the Record Radio, and my hashtag is where I touch bases with the elite in your city and mine. So whether you are an artist, an entrepreneur, a business owner, somebody just there's people out there in the community that we don't recognize sometimes because we don't see them, but they're the people who stand behind us in these events, the promoters, the security, sometimes people who don't always get their shout out, but we consider them to be elite. And then just like in your city, you're a big deal. In my city, I'm a big deal. So not to be funny, but when you get to a certain level, you don't sit at the table with everybody. You can't have everybody around you in your space because you have to check people out. You have to make sure a motherfucker is genuine nowadays. I don't allow everybody to just kick it around me. I don't allow anybody around my personal life, my friends, and my family. That shit's off limit. TV is TV. People think because you do TV, they know you. People think because they watch your interviews, they know you. You don't know me personally, so don't walk up to me and don't act like you know me. Approach me like a stranger, and let's get to know each other.
Exactly.
So I try to wade in the water with that one.
Okay.
Try to wade in the water with that one because I never want to come off unpersonable. But at the same time, I grew up in an era where you got to get to know somebody before you just trust them.
Exactly.
So I trust you, but let's get to know each other before you have any real expectations of me or how I'm gonna or how because I ain't got no expectation when I meet a person. The person gonna show you exactly how they is.
Okay.
Exactly how you is, and believe it the first time you see it.
Always. So you don't get disappointed.
Yep, that's why I said try not to have expectations of people, especially being in the entertainment business. It's really hard to gauge because I still live a regular life. I don't know about some people. Like I still try to maintain my siblings and my family. I still be kicking it with my friends. We still go out. We still, do regular shit. So there are times where I have to click in the entertainment mode and realize, no, okay, I'm not really just a regular person anymore. I did some shit where sometimes people are supportive, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes they don't mean you well. So you do have to be on your P's and Q's. You do have to be, like you have to be a certain type of way. Like I'm a person who is well known. So sometimes I have people who feel like if they beef with Red, it's gonna get you somewhere. No, it's not. It's what's gonna get you. It's gonna get you a whole heap of trouble that you didn't think so because I'm grown and I'm growing, but you're not gonna play with me.
Exactly.
I got my own kids. I ain't playing with nobody else's kids. I give respect what respect is due, but I also don't play with my safety, and I don't play when it comes to the people who are around me safety. So I move a certain type of way. I make sure that I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm gonna make sure that the people who are exposed to me, the people who come to my events, I make sure that my security make sure y'all are safe. You're going home. You know what I mean? And you have to move in a certain way nowadays because you can't trust at all. You cannot trust in the entertainment business. You have to be cautious of who is around you.
Especially since everybody looking for a moment.
Everybody looking for something. And I'm a person who is very giving when it comes to information or when it comes to like people are scared to put another person on. Baby, I'd rather sit at the table and eat with all my people so that way I ain't got to worry about borrowing your ass nothing.
Okay. Be like, oh, can you do this for me?
Ain't it better to eat with your people? Yeah, ain't it better if you really think about it? Ain't it better to eat with your people? Ain't it better for you, your siblings, your friends, your family, everybody you be around to be on the same type of level? We all supposed to elevate. That's what I'm pushing. That's why with collaboration over competition, that's my biggest thing is making sure I'm pushing a narrative that we should all have equal. We all deserve to live our dreams. We all deserve to be happy.
Right.
That's why I do what the fuck I want to do.
Exactly. Yes. So, next up, I want to talk about two important people in media right now, and I have a few questions in regards to them. First, let's start with Miss Wendy Williams. So I don't know if you know, well, of course you should know that her show has been canceled or whatever, and that they took all of the episodes off of YouTube. So it's like there's no way that we can find any Wendy Williams show episodes. Not like things like that. How important to you is it to have a mark of your legacy left behind?
Oh, babe, that's everything to me. The beautiful red means everything to me. If you ever see me get into it with somebody, it's because they played with my name. No more, no less. I don't get no type of credibility to. I don't give energy to other shit than that. My name is everything. It's like they used to say, a man ain't shit without his name. Neither is a woman. Okay, your name is everything for you. So unfortunately for Miss Wendy, she wasn't able to stand on that. And that's a lesson as an entertainer to learn that you have to watch what you do, what you say, how you move with stuff, because it can still be taken away from you. Look how long she's been in the game. If it can be taken away from her, it can be taken away from all of us.
Exactly.
That's how I look at that type of thing. So for somebody like me, I would look at Wendy's situation and say, okay, this is what I should not do. This is what I do not want to do in order to protect my legacy and protect my child and my name and the things that I want to come about for my future. Because this is the results that I'm watching. My legacy is big to me. Being able to say when I'm older that the beautiful red stayed around. I don't care what level of fame I make it to. I don't care what level with this. This is a personal journey for me. This is so that I feel fulfilled. This is so that my child can say, okay, my mama did something. I've done the college thing. I've done the 9 to 5, but I got way too much energy, way too much personality to sit behind somebody's desk all day. I got to share this with the world, baby. So this is me also teaching my child that it is okay to express yourself. I want my to be positive. I want to be around because I want people to feel like she gave something to the world. She thought about other people. That's the longevity that I've seen. Sometimes Wendy has been accused of being very selfish on multiple occasions.
Definitely so.
So when you continue to become starstruck and fame struck, sometimes you lose your way and you start thinking you better than somebody. The second you open your eyes and you think you better than the next person, you done lost your way already. So that was her reminder. Sometimes God humble your ass out real quick when you can't humble yourself. And that's all she experienced. And Wendy Williams is a force to be reckoned with. She ain't just gonna take it with a grain of salt and let it go. That lady been around for a long time. And she might just be tired. Sometimes you get tired. You get tired of having to live in the limelight. Let everybody make your decisions and say what they want to say about you, your friends, your family. Say what they want to say about your relationship. Sometimes Mocha get tired of that shit. She could just be at her moment where she need to have a break. But I believe she gonna come back. And she just might got to reinvent herself a little bit.
Yes.
Sometimes reinventing yourself, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it ain't necessarily a good thing. They say don't fix what ain't broken. Maybe she got something she got to fix real quick, and clearly she do. So we just gonna pray for her and hope that she learn a lesson.
Exactly.
Now watch your mouth. When you put yourself in the public eye, you gotta learn how to shut the hell up now. Because now sometimes somebody got something to say back. I've had to learn that myself. Everybody don't always agree with you. And when you become a public figure, you can't react in the way that you used to.
Exactly.
You just gotta say, okay, you don't agree with me. I don't see it this way. I don't. But when you in the public eye and you got that many faces and eyes on you, you gotta watch how you moving.
True.
Like watching how she was moving. That's really what I can say about that situation. She should have been a little bit more careful in her movements. And she
Period.
found herself. I think had she been a little more careful in her movement, she would have found herself where she needed to be. She'll find her way back, but sometimes getting lost is just a reminder that you need to remain humble. It's not owed to you; it's earned to you.
Exactly. Okay, next person I want to talk about is Miss Tasha K. I don't know if you heard, but she was sued for $4 million by Cardi B for basically spitting out wrong information. How important is it to you to, be accurate with what you talk about? And what kind of things do you do to make sure that the information that you put out or discuss is accurate and, true?
I am big on not. I really try not to speak on people, but if I do, or we've gotten to a point where I have to, then if I speak on somebody, then y'all know it didn't really got to that point where it's really something that needs to be cleared up. Because I don't beef. I don't argue. I don't do those types of things. It's not worth my energy. I'm really old school with it, and because I'm an entertainer now, I have to watch my attitude because I come from an era is if you don't like what I'm saying, make me bleed then. Like, and that's a bad thinking, but I grew up around a bunch of dudes. So if you don't like what the fuck I'm saying, then bitch, hit me in my mouth then. Because if you keep talking shit to me, I'm going to hit you in yours.
Okay.
Like, just 100. So when it comes to that type of shit, I try to keep the beef down because I don't do well with girls. I'm not a talker. I've been through situations where people like that they try to discredit you or speak on your character. That's all that happened.
Okay.
Really. That's really all I feel that happened in her situation. Somebody decided to speak out on her character. People who are around you feel like they have the right to do so. I don't necessarily feel like this because we're around each other. You have the right to be in my damn business. But now that I've been on reality TV myself, what you decide to sign up for ain't exactly. You really don't know until you get there.
Exactly.
You don't know how much people are going to be in your business or want to know about you or even attempt to do shit to you. Because I've been in situations where I've damn near felt like a motherfucker was trying to steal my whole identity just to stay relevant. You feel me?
Oh, been there.
So, and I kind of feel like she kind of going through something similar. I ain't gonna say that's exactly what she going through, but sometimes people just want to be known. She's a good person to want to be known for. You know,
Okay.
look at it like that. Sometimes people place themselves in situations because they just want to be in the know. That is one thing I have noticed. People want to be in the know about people, and certain people, if you attach yourself to them, whether it's beef, whether it's y'all be cool, if you beef with me, you're gonna get noticed. That's just that. I'm not gonna notice you, but the
Somebody
people
is.
around me gonna notice. Things are gonna get said. Things are gonna. I handle things a certain type of way. I don't beef with people because I wish I would give somebody the ability to be able to think that you was that important to me. So that's why a lot of people end up having problems with me because if you don't like me, then you just don't like me. I'm not a person who gonna cater to that emotion for you. Now, if I do something to you, I'm grown enough to say, let's sit down, let's talk it out. But you've been in entertainment, you know that sometimes people just don't like you because people just don't fucking like you.
Yeah, it
You
is
ain't did
crazy.
shit. At halftime, they never even met the person, and people just don't like
That's a lot of the drama now. People beefing with people they never met and probably
you.
never will meet in real life.
Probably will never meet, arguing on the internet, going back and forth. If I beef with a bitch, it's because I beef with that bitch for real. The whole suing people thing, yeah, the defamation of character is a big thing. It's a big thing. I've had girls sit on Facebook for 16 hours, then get up, then wash your ass, then do nothing. Sit on live and talk about me for 16 hours. That's
Oh my.
100% defamation of character. However, I'm a person who be like, you not important enough for me to care about what you saying. That tends to hurt people more often when you can block a person out and they can't get to you. They
Mm-hmm.
can't hurt you behind what they thought they was gonna hurt you. You gonna know that they gonna go to the next thing. They gonna go to the
Exactly.
next thing. They'll keep going to something until they can find something where they get to you. So I live my life out loud because guess what? You can't say nothing about me that they don't already know. Ain't nothing, ain't no personal information that I'm trying to hide. None of that. I'm grown. I done made mistakes in my life. I ain't perfect. However, I live up to them. So with her suing her, I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, nowadays, it's not gonna be the last time, ain't the first time, babe. Y'all gonna hop right back on Instagram, still talk about the shit. People with the court shit nowadays, if you gonna sue somebody, stick to it. That means when y'all leave the
Mm-hmm.
court, it gotta be done.
Period.
It got to be done. If we going to court and we doing all of that, it got to be done, babe. We can't keep going back and forth because now we didn't got the laws involved and we got all of that. Now, as entertainers, no, we don't. I don't. We don't. I don't do the cop thing. I play one on TV, but I don't really fuck with that cop. Okay, I play one on TV, but we don't do that shit. If we got to go
Okay.
through court, that means we came to a part where we couldn't have no conversation. We couldn't none of that. So now I got an objective, and we're done with this situation.
Okay.
We're done. I don't want to talk to you about it. I'm not gonna egg no cell phone. Once we go to court, we ain't no coming back. Some situations as an adult, I'm not gonna keep fixing shit with you. If it's stuff, fix it stuff. Cause no, once we go to court, we are done. We're no longer friends. We may have to be business associates until this contract is over, but that shit is dead. So
Exactly.
from that moment forward, only thing they should be concerned of is business. Her and Cardi just gonna have to shut the fuck up now. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
more talking about it. Cardi can't say nothing else to her. And you know, I love me some Cardi B. And so if it really go to that point, it had to be that serious because that, from my perspective, that bitch is about her money. So watch your
Okay.
mouth about her name.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to make an example out of people too, though, so people know not to keep playing with you. And I really think
Exactly.
that's really just what it was. I don't think they wanted to make it to that part, but maybe it was a decision on their camps, just to kind of keep it where it needs to be. Because you know, sometimes as entertainers, you just can't act out the way we want to. So
Mm-hmm.
it has to be you just let your team handle it. I feel like in that situation, that was more what that was.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
think it was how
Tasha
they.
K would have kept going.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm. Well, now let's get on into your reality TV journey. But first, I want to know what made you want to get into reality TV and Well, we know how you got on by being the brain. What made you want to get into reality TV?
But honestly, I did it. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I'm a very private person. I do not like living my life out in the public. I didn't want to be a main person in the show.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have a whole season that nobody has actually been able to see. It was filmed prior to the current season that we're airing. We had went through some cameramen and different losses and stuff that it came with footage. So we had already been filming for a long time before you guys seen this footage.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get to see me doing my branding thing and kind of staying in the background. You guys just see me out loud after things kind of came out to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So before, I just played background. I set everybody up. I'm the person you come and sit down with. Let me know what you're doing, what you're trying to get to, how are we going to grow your career while you're on the show, that type of stuff. I just kind of started being, as I was hosting, they're coming to the clubs with me. They're hanging out with me a little bit more. So I became more of a main character type vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And first season and the first couple of seasons, like the reviews the Angel was kind of receiving back from me. I'm a crowd favorite because I tell it like it is. I tell it
Right.
like it is. I tell it like the fuck it is. You ain't gotta worry about what Red think. And I have drama on the show, but I don't have drama on the show. So I came into reality by accident, honestly. By
Mm-hmm.
accident, I think my personality drew me out more to the main crowd. So it just became something that I started doing. So now I'm filming more than I'm recording for something, and the change just kind of shifted. Wasn't the plan, but it works and it made sense.
True. How do you feel when you get on projects and the vision or your role kind of changes, but it kind of works out? How does that make you feel?
Proud, honestly, just proud and sometimes a little frustrated because I'm a Capricorn. I really don't like change. I go into something with a narrative already, and that's kind of where my head is with it. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
learning that as I get older, sometimes I have to let go of what I think is going to be good for me. That's how I got into radio. That's how I got into this. If it was up to me, my ass wouldn't have been doing shit. But being the model is known as a beautiful red, I might have did a couple parties here and there, but I probably would have stayed in corporate. As I got older and got more comfortable with myself, I just decided it was okay to live for what I like, what I want to do, what makes sense for my dreams, and not just what make good money. I make good money doing corporate. It wasn't no sense for me to have to go entertaining. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hustle to keep your money bag where your bag needs to be at for you entertaining. So now I have to kind of, I want to say in a sense, kind of keep up the flow.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I focus. I just focus on that. Just keep it up my flow. I don't worry about shit else. Nothing else is going on. No people on the show. I don't worry about what the fuck we got going on with the show. I'm just there. Call me, let me know what we got going on. Cause it's really not scripted at all. A lot of people think that our show is scripted. It is not. We don't have planned days. We don't have planned outings. We don't have arguments on camera on because that's what we're trying to do. No, if it happens, it happens. If there's fights, it's reality, not TV. This is really
Okay.
how this really be going down.
Okay. Probably the only thing that was mainly planned was the casting call, which is
Yeah,
where
like we have events and shit. Like we have events, we have appearances and things like that. So we're still working. People forget that this is a business. We're
mm-hmm.
not just kicking it. We're not just recording. The cameras aren't just there. We're working. We're all trying to grow our businesses individually. That's really the basis of the show. Everybody's always like, well, what is the show about? What is the show about? The show is about you. The show
Okay.
is about you maintaining your businesses, growing your businesses, stepping out of your comfort zones and doing something different. It's not just I'm coming to kick it. Everybody thinks all we do is kick it. We don't kick it. I'm probably the least one. I'll be in the fucking house. If I'm not booked to do something, I don't be outside.
Right.
I don't be outside. I have too many shows. I have too much radio. I have too much this, too much. I wish I could just go kick it. So me doing club appearances and stuff like that, like it's not the same anymore. It's work.
Mm-hmm.
It's work. It's fan favorite stuff. I'm coming to see my fans. Y'all want to see me. I want to see y'all. But
Right.
it's work. So I'm maintaining my balance with TV and getting into TV the way I did was complete utter accident. So now I'm just kind of accepting the role that was put on me.
True. Okay. So you have the slogan collaboration over competition. What made you come up with that, and what does it mean to you?
Collaboration over competition is the entity of bringing entertainers, businesses, anything that you can think of together, and just being able to accept people's differences. Everybody's not going to think like you think. Everybody's not going to move like you move. Everybody's not going to do business the way that you do business. Collaboration over competition. I purchased the hashtag one as an S corp so that my fellow entertainers in the States could just push it. Yes, I own it, but I brought it as a open business so that anybody could join in. They wanted to join the movement. Anybody could push collaboration over competition if they were just being positive. That's all I ask. If you use my hashtag, I just ask that you push it. I ask that you stand behind the mission and that you're helping support your fellow person, whether it's somebody business wise or somebody close to you, however that is, whatever that looks like for you. I just want that to be a positive narrative. So I wanted us to get something together that we could all stand behind. You know, in entertainment, competition is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on reality TV. Competition is crazy. So opportunities come scarce. People, should be crazy sometimes around any type of entertainment, honestly. So
Mm-hmm.
when I thought of collaboration over competition, it was just something for us to really stand behind as a movement. Start pushing my artists together who was having little beefs here and there. Start making sure producers and people who would normally work together doing shows and shit together. Trying to open up the narrative of saying it ain't got to be a competition. We can really get this bag together.
Okay.
hmm So collaboration over competition to me is just the coming together of anything.
True. Next, I usually do a roll call on when I interview reality stars, but I'm gonna do like I did the other day. I'm gonna name off a few different phrases, and you just tell me what name comes to mind when you first hear it.
Okay.
First, who's the most exciting versus the most boring on the cast?
Is this on my show or on reality TV? Period.
On Twin Cities.
Okay. Okay. You shoot. I'm gonna say the first thing that come to mind.
So yeah, the first is who's the most exciting versus most boring.
I would say honestly, the most exciting person on the current season is Chosen. He is always showing up in his dirt bikes and his cars, his jewelry. Like Big Boy Drip is definitely the most flashy one.
Right.
Yeah, so Chosen is the most. Yeah, I gotta give him that one. What was the other one?
The most boring, or at least exciting. Let's say that.
Um, God, I'm trying to think of everybody who's been on the season so far, even the people who have left. Who you guys would see? I would say from the footage that you guys are gonna see, the most boring is probably going to be probably Suavo, just honestly because he doesn't open up to a lot of people. Like that's my best friend for real. But he don't play that being in his business stuff. Like he came on the show, he's super dope entertainer, but he's super chill and quiet. So people think he boring, but you really got to get to know him to get the turn up out of him because it gets lit.
Mhm.
But I
Okay.
would say that's what people would probably think.
Right. Okay, I get you. Who's the most fashionable versus least fashionable?
Oh, you being that?
We
Okay,
gotta get into them looks, honey.
my bitches be cute, but I'm gonna have to say the beautiful red is the most fashionable because I do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't really stick to nobody else's trends. Like I kind of set them. I'm known for my jackets, my nails, my hair, my makeup. Like I keep my shit together.
Yeah.
Um, the least fashion, K Jilla. He be coming with the gang banger forces and the not right the do rags and the played out. I mean, he need us to just let the stylist get him together.
He need to be brought into 2023.
Yeah, love 2023. He's still 90s drug dealer in it right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of people still rocking that swag. I thought that would have went out in the 2010s.
Okay, we gotta update y'all. It's important. We on TV now.
Yes. Who's the most loving versus the biggest hothead?
Loving, I would definitely say Posh. I think even though sometimes if you push her to her limits, she'll snap back. But Posh has a very now we all drunk, we all like five different people. I'm talking about we all normal, y'all. Okay.
Okay.
Posh is a very genuine soul, so she tries to give off love. You know,
Mhm.
and one of the closer ones I'm a little more closer to on the show. I would say that our CEO is definitely the most hothead. So AB
Baby.
definitely the most hothead. She is she's Leo. You know what I'm saying? So true to her sign, like she does not how can I say this? You just gotta say what you gotta say to Angel a certain type of way.
Don't play
You
with
really
Leo.
gotta you really gotta know her to be able to talk to her first of all. Otherwise, she like me. She just don't give a fuck what you talk about. So you
Okay.
gotta approach her in a certain type of way. She has to have a certain level of care for you to take in what you're saying.
Exactly.
That would be my truth.
Okay. Yes. I've been called the hothead a lot too, so
I
I
can't.
understand.
I'm kind of the like tick tick boom when it takes a little bit for me to get there, but then when I get there, it's like oh shit.
Right. Yeah, but Leos, Capricorns, Tauruses, it's another sign too. Like though that's how we are. Like we could be cool, but it's always a moment that we'll get turned out.
Like you just kind of get to your limits. Being on TV, definitely, you learn different ways, and you start to learn patience with people, but you also learn that everybody doesn't think like you.
Hmm.
So you have to learn how to. That's one thing we've definitely gotten better with through the seasons, but it's also one thing that we still struggle with and still trying to show like we're learning how to have that acceptance of each other's differences and still move in a way that's respectful.
Exactly. Who do you think's the most messiest versus the most low key to they self, man their own business kind of thing?
Um, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna say we all be a little messy sometimes. It's reality TV, so if
Right.
anybody who's been on the show who is no longer on the show, and everybody who has been there, I'm just gonna say season two's cast. Most messy definitely goes to the man. Period. The man. I'm not gonna speak anybody's real name, but I officially deemed somebody the man during season two.
Oh, not code names. Y'all can
I
figure
give
it
code
out.
names sometimes when we get to an argumented point where I just don't care enough for you anymore to give you any type of conversation or clout off of my name. So yeah, me and my friends kind of I've been like that since I was a kid. Like you know, everybody got nicknames, booze, baby daddies, friends. Everybody got okay.
Oh yeah, I'll be doing that too.
That's just how we talk. You know what I'm saying? So I was in an argument with one of the girls, and I would say when it comes to messy, like Shorty definitely put me back on my P's and Q's because I've never had somebody who hasn't known me personally to have such a disdain or such a dislike, but try to play me in like face to face, where you're just
Right.
like borderline fanish, but then behind my back, it's like I hate this person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's giving the girl that shot Selena.
Yeah, very much so, Blanca. Okay, very much so, very much so. So with me, I just kind of learned how to navigate around it. I'm aware of it. So, but the man, when I say that motherfucker put me back up on my guard, 10 toes down, never let a motherfucker get that close to you ever again.
Okay.
Let a motherfucker even feel like they have the opportunity to do so. So that was
Exactly.
the most messiest situation I've ever been in with a person. Period.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah. Yeah,
That's crazy.
a little stalkerish, little, you know, Susie live next door type shit. But Well, Susie next though. Sometimes I think people don't realize that they are fans and they want to dislike you because other people are messy sometimes and say certain things about you, or people think that they know you because of y'all being around the same circles. I'm a person that either you love me or you hate me. You really got to get to know me on your own. You really
Exactly.
got to get to know me on your own. If you can't get to know me on your own, you're gonna most likely misrepresent me. So when people meet me and they narrative is bad, I don't try to change it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not finna. Why am I trying to change how you feel about me?
Okay.
I'm too old for that. Get to know me. If you decide that you don't like me, okay, we ain't gotta be friends. Just leave me alone. But this person
Exactly.
felt like I think they way to fame was beefing. So being messy just became the energy on the show. Like some people can just bring down a whole crowd of people. The man brought down a whole crowd of people, tried to break up the whole show, tried to. And you know what? God got good karma. Sometimes God see people around you teach you lessons and then get their ass right on up out your life where they gotta be.
Okay.
Back to nothing. Like you never knew them.
Hmm. Happens every time.
Mm-hmm. The most hot headed, you said.
Oh, the next one, the who's the most low key to theyself, not in the drama, man, they own business.
That would still be Swire. He don't play that.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Last
don't play.
one.
He don't play none of that. Where he don't do the arguing, he don't do the talking. He real chill with it. If you know him, you know him. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you. If he don't know you, you got no win with Shorty. And I love that for him. I really love that he can separate his energies from people. Like people judge you when they first meet you. So no, motherfucker may not be quick to just that's my friend. People use that word so loosely nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
They forget that people are supposed to earn friendship. So you make
Exactly.
a motherfucker earn some friendship, okay? But when I say once that nigga lock in with you, are you good? Cause baby, when I say a motherfucker can never tell me nothing about a swabo, you can tell me nothing about a swab. You can tell me you're a better artist than him. You can tell me that you're more loyal to him. You can tell me that you're a better father than him. You can tell me none of that. My best friend is that dude. Like, period. Sometimes you got to
Okay.
give credit to where credit is due. That young man is striving to do what he got to do, and I love him for that. And people be so messy because we in entertainment. Y'all had to mess with each other. But I ain't never touched that man. They never nothing. Nothing. I don't think he ugly by any means, but no.
Okay.
No, he ain't got the sauce. I didn't give him the sauce, y'all. That's just my best friend.
Them be the people that be wanting them people and
Mm-hmm.
be jealous because they can't even be around them.
Yep, that's a lot what I go through with him. These girls is in love with that man. They be so mad that they can't be around him. And I be like, it be with a lot of my rapper friends, y'all. They really, they don't be on nothing, y'all. Y'all ain't missing nothing. You gonna be in the studio tired and chilling.
Okay.
Tired and chilling. I be saving
They're gonna
y'all
be
for
asking you
boring
what you think of
ass.
this a million times. You
Okay. Cause
gonna get
on
me
the
from
club
this.
with
You
y'all.
gonna be around him in the studio so much you're gonna be like, I want to go around him. He always asks me about his songs.
Uh-huh. And that's exactly how it be. But no, I love the fact that I have some of the relationships and stuff that I have with the people that I have, because when you could be close to a person that's not able to be close, that doesn't trust a lot of people, that speaks volume. I also feel like for your character.
Mm-hmm.
Because if motherfucker don't trust, but they trust you, something to stand on.
Exactly. That's good to for somebody to be able to say that about you. Last one. Who's the most loudest versus the most quietest in the in us in the house on the show?
I would say Amanda's pretty quiet. She doesn't say a whole lot less, necessary, to be honest. Amanda's our residential white girl on the show. She don't say a whole lot unless it's really needed, to be honest. AB's ass is the loudest. Definitely the loudest.
Yeah,
AB can definitely be the loudest.
yeah, I definitely agree with
Yeah.
that.
Look, now you
You
done
go
put
hit
it all
her
of us.
in the next
Put it all
room,
of
all
us.
the way down the block.
Mm-hmm. You gonna hear her little ass, okay? Just as heavy as that booty is, you gonna hear her ass.
Okay.
But every everybody on the show got their own like crazy. We all crazy as hell. We all got our own personality traits, and it shows. It definitely shows from different times to different times. Like we all come out different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we cool, sometimes it's regular life.
Mm-hmm. Definitely so. What do you think makes y'all show different from other reality TV shows?
We ain't fake. We ain't fucking faking. We did touch bases with a lot of different the baddies, bad girls club. Like, you know, we studied them prior to us getting on TV. Like we gave homage prior to us. We reached out to them. We've met a few of them in person. Like we emailed back and forth between some of the other shows. So we're aware of how shit's put together and that type of shit. We try to stay away from the phoniness, to be honest. So
Mhm.
TV networks and that type of stuff, of course, they have their own narrative. So it's not fake. It's sometimes it's set up to appear a certain type of way. We try to make sure that we keep it 100.
True.
Keep it 100. It's not hard. Keep it 100. You just have to be transparent. You have to be ready for the judgments. You have to be ready for the shit that comes along with it because everybody isn't going to support you the same. Everybody isn't going to support you. Everybody isn't going to look at the show and be like, oh, you know how many people watch the show literally just to talk shit? Like, we see the comments, we see everything, and we don't give a fuck. So why do people do it? Like, I don't understand that. So for us, it's okay. How we over here looking? How we looking? We looking.
Yes.
Okay, we getting it together. I gotta get these curls and these baby hairs together. We looking at these greenies. We getting in there. Okay.
Too long.
Thank you. Iris, here I come, Slay.
Yes. Slave face on the slave runway. I love it.
But no, like, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one.
Okay. Well, that was basically all the questions that I have. But before I let you go, I definitely want to ask, what kind of advice do you want to give to anyone who wants to get into modeling or radio or hosting or just women in general?
It is okay to try out your passions, but at some level, respect who, what, where, and when.
Yeah.
Remember somebody who did it before you. Remember there's somebody doing it during you, after you. Just respect people's spaces and really do what's meant. Whatever is meant for you is going to be for you. Be aware of that. Don't be jealous. Don't be evil hearted. Keep your intentions pure with others. And it's okay to ask questions. People are so afraid to say, I don't know. People are so afraid to say, I need help. Do that. Your career will be a hell of a lot farther. Don't be afraid
Mhm.
to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, I need a hand from your fellow person. And congratulate people. I always tell people you reap what the hell you sow. So that also means karma. If you are putting good karma out there into the world, you ain't gonna get nothing but good karma back. Is it always easy to be in entertainment business? Absolutely not. We live our life out loud. Sometimes I want to go home and I just don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal with it. I also appreciate the transparency that it teaches me in life. So I try to be aware of how I'm moving, be aware that people are watching me, be aware that people look up to me. I be aware of that if you want to get in this business, that you are not on your own anymore. If you want to be on TV and you want to be on the radio and you want to model, work on self first because it's a lot of judgment. One thing I do go through a lot of that I didn't really realize was going to be so much is judgment. Like I'm a model, but I thought being criticized as a plus size model was going to be hard, baby. Try being on TV.
Okay.
Okay, try being on TV. Just as many people as love me, as many people say hateful shit, say hurtful things, and you have to be ready. I know who the hell I am now as an older woman, but coming into this game, I didn't always have that confidence. It took me a minute to be able to get that. So I watch my younger generation as they come up with me, and I want you to come in knowing that don't nobody else change your narrative, baby. It don't matter what the fuck they think about you, what they think, excuse my language. It don't matter what they think you gonna do, or what they say you can. Can't nobody say can't but you.
Okay.
Money, be quiet. Oh, whining ass dog.
My dog be too.
Can't but you. So don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. If you want to do it, do it. You want to take pictures, do it. Babe, when they tell me before, you can't be no plus size model, you can't do this. The only thing you can do is this. They make their clothes for me nowadays. They make sure that they make something for me. They make sure, Red, let me get you on my runway.
Okay.
Okay, so things change. Like times change. It's okay for you to be you. This is 2023. This ain't back in the day where you had to worry about what people said and did. Be quiet. Sorry, y'all. I got a crybaby baby dog. This is now then creative expression is allowed. It's okay for you to be gender fluid. It's okay for you to be ethnicity fluid. It's okay for you to be color fluid. I don't care what the hell what you want to do. It's okay for you to do it 2023 and can't nobody tell you not to do it but you. Unless your ass ain't 18, then you need to listen to your parents.
Right.
Outside of that, once you outside your parents' house, you are grown. So your narrative is your narrative. Do what the hell you want to do with it. That's it. Do what you want to do with it. Once you're comfortable with you and can't nobody tell you about you, you can do whatever you want to do with your career. You can do whatever you want to do with your career. So coming into this, I wish somebody would have just told me it's okay to just be you, Red. It's okay to just figure it out as you go. It's okay to make mistakes. And it's okay to be in love with what you do. I love what the hell I do now. I wouldn't change for the world. Good, bad, ugly, cool, tired, all that. I love it. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Yes. I love it and I love your answer. Thank you so much for coming on. Before I let you go, one last thing. You have to promote your social medias for you, the radio show, everything. So this is your time to promote all of that, anything you have coming up.
Let's go, you guys. First of all, as you see, I got a makeup line and eyelash line dropping. You can find all of my cosmetics available at For the Record Radio and the Beautiful Red hashtags. All my radio show stuff, they always support anything I do. So if anything you're looking for me, you can also find over there as well. So For the Record Radio, I am there Sunday night, 7 p.m., where you guys can tune in with the Red Spotlight, where I touch bases with the elite in your city and mine. Of course, I am your brander and one of your castmates on Twin Cities Reality Club, which you can catch us every Sunday night. We're wrapping up season 2, going into season 3. We'll be bringing out some new baddies, so make sure you guys stay tuned in. I am available on all social media platforms at the Beautiful Red. Period. Everything. I'm the Beautiful Red. Just me. And if you see somebody else use my name, send it to me a screenshot so I can stop and see stay ass. Thank you.
Yeah. Please do, because the impersonations be going crazy.
Thank you.
But yes, thank you so much, Miss Beautiful Red. It was
I
so great
appreciate it.
having you. And I can't wait to see more of you in person as we
Yes, I can't
all.
wait to see you again. I'll be down there in Chicago soon, babe. So we gonna kick it and let me know when you coming up here.
Yes, definitely. But we all are going to definitely see more of you on Twin Cities Reality Show. So make
Yes,
sure you guys
yes.
check that out on YouTube. They just
The
dropped the
reunion
episode.
coming still. So all the old
Yeah.
cast members is coming back, y'all. So
Yeah.
tune in.
It's
Let's
gonna
go.
be
We're gonna
something.
retreat. It's up and it's stuck. So make sure y'all tune in. We don't know how it's gonna turn out. But I'll
Okay.
be there.
Yes. You might see me. Stay tuned. You
I
might
look
see me
forward
at the
to it.
reunion. You never know.
Right. Let's go, y'all. Thank you so much, baby.
Thank you, Boo, and have a great fashion show.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you
See
guys.
you later.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, you guys. The Beautiful Red off to go do a fashion show in the Twin Cities. But make sure you guys, before you leave, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you also share this interview and get it on out there. We have some more interviews coming up, so you guys stay tuned. And until next time, see you guys later.